is how you can motivate yourself to grow your business even when you're exhausted and you're out of ideas. So just remember, as usual, if you find this kind of content useful, then go to our website, book yourself in for a free strategy session with myself, so we can talk about how these ideas actually apply directly to your business. And I'll get straight into it. So if you've been running your business for any period of time, you will have had that initial bit of momentum where you just wanted to grow and grow and grow, and you were really motivated. You had all this energy, and then eventually, like if you've been running your business long enough, you'll just hit this wall. And sometimes it can just happen gradually. Like you might just run out of ideas and the energy to do something. Maybe what kept you going at the beginning was this idea that you could just build this huge business, and then as you actually start growing it, the reality of the situation and dealing with people and dealing with customers kicks in, and you realize, well, actually, to achieve my dreams, I'm just not going to be able to I'm not going to be able to achieve the dreams that I thought I could, and then that can demotivate you because you're not as growing as fast as you could. So what I really want to cover in this video is about how to keep yourself motivated when you are growing a business, because there's the number of challenges when you're growing a business it is huge. There's so many of them, and that's why most people give up in business. They just never. I think only 36% of businesses make it into their 11th year. That means just the attrition in business. And to be fair, if you just look at the first sort of couple of years of your business, then that's where a lot more businesses fail anyway. And it's just because they hit this wall, they run out of motivation, and they don't keep going. So this video is all about dealing with that. So one of the best books I've ever I didn't write it read. One of the best books I've ever read is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Hopefully that won't get me banned on any of these social media platforms. But yeah, it's by a guy called Mark Manson, and he's a really good author. But the book wasn't just about business. So I would say this video in general would apply to other things in your life as well. But Manson essentially says in The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, essentially what he says is a lot of people believe that you have to be inspired to then be motivated, and then you have to be motivated to then take action. And that's where most people end up getting demotivated, because they don't understand that it's not a linear equation, it's actually a cycle. So in his book, you've got to be inspired to take to get motivation, you've got to take motivation to get action. And what he says is, if you are not motivated, if you're not inspired, if you're then what you can actually do is you can take action without being inspired or motivated, and that action will lead to inspiration, and that inspiration will then lead to motivation. So what does that mean? If you're not motivated, you might be inspired, um, but and then if you're inspired, the chances are you'll get motivated, and the chances are then you'll take action. But if you're not inspired at all, then what you can do is jumpstart the whole cycle by taking some kind of action. And this is a principle that has served me really, really well in my business, because we're almost in our ninth year now of the business, and to keep it going this long, it takes a huge amount of energy, and you've got to think of fresh things to keep the business going, and deliver even more value to your customers. And a lot of the time, the way forward is not always clear, and you're not always motivated to it. But what you can always do is take some kind of action. So that could be as simple as just picking up the phone to a client and figure out what's going on in their lives. It could be holding some sort of event or creating some sort of content for your client customers. It could be just sitting down with a member of your team and talking to them about their aspirations, because you can get inspired from other people. You don't have to just create your own inspiration. And that's served me really, really well, and I think it will serve you well. Just remember, so yeah, inspiration, motivation, and action are not a linear cycle. Sorry, they're not a linear operation. They are actually a cycle. So if you don't have one of them, you can always do the other, and it'll lead to the other two. So next time you're not sure about what to do, next time you're feeling exhausted, next time if you're feeling exhausted, maybe take a holiday. But you're feeling kind of exhausted because you're just out of ideas, but you're probably well rested, then essentially what you've got to do is you've got to take some kind of action, and then you'll get inspiration and motivation. And just remember, by taking action, you learn so much faster than you would without the action, or just by studying some kind of book. So by taking that action, you will learn faster and you'll get inspired, and that will lead to even more action, and it will lead to you achieving your goals. So remember, if you found this useful, remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Go to our website, book yourself in for that free strategy session with myself, and I will see you at the next video.